Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and welcome to the annual Retro Game Lounge Holiday Special Game Room Arcade Toy Collection Video Store Tour. Whew, man, I swear that gets longer every single year. So we'll just call this the collection tour from now on, I guess. But anyways, in all seriousness, 2020. What a year. That's really all I can say. There's nothing else I can say that hasn't already been said. I'm just going to say what a year. I hope all of you and your families out there are safe and doing well. I hope everyone's having a happy holiday. And most importantly, I hope this video finds you and gives you a little bit of holiday cheer. I think right about now, everyone, everywhere, all over the world could use a little bit of lift in their spirits, myself included. So, we got a lot of stuff to cover in this one, guys. Just bear with me. I'm going to leave links in the description box if you want to jump to a particular section. We're going to go through it as we always do every year, but without further ado, let's start the tour. Alright, so let's just give you a quick lay of the land before we get started, just like we always do. So you can kind of get your bearings on where everything is. Okay, so I guess we're going to start with the elephant in the room. Some of you have heard about this, but I've never shown this on camera. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess we're just going to call this the video wall here in Retro Game Lounge. This is a passion project of mine that's been in the works for quite some time. I want to give a very, very special thank you to the best friend a guy could ever have in the entire world, Mr. Keelan Grimm of Grimm Cornell Customs, who designed, or I guess we both designed it. I just basically told him what I want, but he's the guy who actually put the woodworking tools together to build this thing for me to my specifications when I told him what I wanted, and made it adjustable and customizable and all this good stuff. And brought this thing out to me with not a lot of lead time. I got this thing built basically in a weekend, and it's pretty much virtually every game system I own, a retro system at least, with the exception of the Sega Saturn, simply because I ran out of room. But basically everything but that here is hooked up, which we will cover just in a second. So you might ask yourself, why don't you just run these through a splitter and hook it up to one central television? Well, you might have a fair point there, but I'm not really a huge fan of video splitters, guys. Your mileage may vary on those things, but by definition, when you're running things through a splitter, especially one where you're running, a dozen basically different inputs, you're degrading the quality of the video and the audio by definition because you're dividing it. Even if it's powered, which definitely helps, you're still eating a little bit of the signal. I know I'm probably being kind of a sweat lord about that, as my buddy Miguel would say, but this is more what I personally wanted to do, simply because I've got a lot of high quality Sony Trinitrons, I've got a lot of high quality Sony PVMs, JVCTMs, all those other things where I can actually put something like this together. And I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I think this is a hell of a lot more impressive than just hooking this all up to one television. Plus, when I invite friends over and we want a retro game, we're not limited to one television, man. I can literally accommodate 12 different people in here to play on 12 different systems. Not that that's ever likely to happen, but hey, having the option there is pretty nice. But without further ado, let's go ahead and cover what's what here. I guess we'll start at the top. We got my Panasonic Pro Video monitor here, and my NES, which has been modded for component out. I'm sorry for the glare on the television, guys. That's actually coming from the lights behind me, but I know the camera's not going to show this off, guys. Anyone with a CRT just knows that, because the camera's refreshing faster than the television, so it's not going to pick up the true visual clarity, but you're just going to have to take my word for it. Mega Man 2 looks like $1,000,000 on this thing. It looks absolutely awesome with component out. I understand that is a very minor step down from RGB, but guys, when you're hooking it up to a monitor of this caliber, the difference is so small that, in my opinion, it's not really worth fighting over. If component is your thing, and component definitely gives you options, because when you're hooking it up to RGB, there isn't really a big set that you can get that runs RGB, but there are plenty of really big sets that run component, including CRTs, like, for example, the monster Sony Wega 34-inch back there. I can take this Nintendo and hook it up over there, and it still looks awesome. But anyways, again, this is a Panasonic. I don't remember the actual model number of this, but it's basically the Panasonic version of the Sony PVM. This has RGB inputs, it runs component, all the usual stuff. I don't remember how many TV lines, but I mean, again, this thing looks damn impressive. Then we move over here. We've got the Super Bomberman Multi-Cart, which is one of the best things I have ever bought in my entire life. We got the first, or all 6, or all 5, excuse me, of the Super Bomberman games, 3 of which did not even come over here to the United States. They were Japan exclusives. So right now we're running Super Bomberman 3, which I am currently in the process of working on, which is, I think, amazing. It has the best intro of any Bomberman game ever. And this is running on a Samsung CRT, which is 14 inches, I believe. This is a rather unusual television. Again, the Super Nintendo has been modified for component out, so you're just going to have to take my word for it, guys. Bomberman looks freaking awesome on this television. This Samsung, in my opinion, is as good as any Sony Trinitron I have. The colors on this thing just want to jump off the screen. It's so clear and so sharp. So I'm just so beyond impressed with this thing. It's such a neat little set, and definitely not bad considering it was free. Okay, next we got the Sega Tower of Power, man. And you might recognize a little something new there. We got the Model 1 Sega CD. That's a new addition. The main reason I bought this, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, is for this setup, because the Model 2, which I have, it's behind me, it's too big. It would basically be hanging off the side here, so I needed something a little bit more compact. So I decided to get that, but of course we had to include, you know, the Tower Power 32X. And we're running Blaster Master 2, excuse me, on the Sega Genesis. This is running on a Sony Trinitron, the 13-inch, commonly known by Sony and PVM collectors as the Mini Trini, since it was the smallest Trinitron that runs components. Now, quick story for you guys. This TV was supposed to be hooked up with component cables running out from the Sega Genesis. I did place an order with Castlevania Games for the HD Retrovision cables, but unfortunately that got delayed. I'm actually still waiting on them. I was hoping to get them here so that you guys could see it in this video, but I promise I will do a follow-up. I'm also waiting on cables for the PS2, but you know, between mail and I guess they just got busy, they just couldn't get the cables out, so you know, that's life, I guess. But that being said, even though this is composite, it actually looks pretty darn good on this little television. Okay, moving right along. So, for all of you PVM sweat lords out there that are saying, like, you know, RGB's better than component, alright, fine, that's cool. This is running true RGB. This is my TurboGrafx running to my Sony PVM. I believe it's a 14-inch. This happens to have the super fine pitch. I don't know if that's going to pick up on camera, probably not. Anyways, you're just going to have to take my word for it. It says super fine pitch right there. So this is a razor sharp tube. Superstar Soldier looks freaking awesome on this thing. It's so crisp, the colors, you know, just everything about this. If you guys, if you've never seen a Sony PVM in person or any type of pro video monitor, and you've seen something running RGB or component or whatever out, you don't know what you're missing. Like, you are in awe of how amazing an old school, like, 16-bit shooter like this can look on a CRT. This is why I do not play these on flat screen, guys. It does not look as good. I don't give a shit what kind of frame meister, what kind of scaler you're running it through. It is still an artificial picture. That is simply my opinion. If you've got, you know, the frame meister, the OSSC, and that works for you, that's fine. I am not a fan of turning analog into digital the same way I'm not a fan of turning a vinyl record into an MP3. It does not, the media is not the same. It does not translate one-to-one. Again, I don't care what kind of equipment you have, it isn't the same. Just my opinion. Let me get off my soapbox here, guys. I'm a CRT fan. I'm a purist when it comes to technology. If you've got a vinyl record player, play it on an old school analog stereo system. Don't run it through digital processing or any of this fancy shit. That's not what it was intended for. This game was intended for CRTs, thus I am playing one on a CRT. I'm just playing it on a super high caliber CRT. Okay, standing off soapbox, sorry about that. Okay, moving right along, we got Gate of Thunder, rocking and rolling on the Turbo Duo. Unfortunately, this is only composite, as we don't have an RGB mod for the Turbo Duo yet, but that's going to be in the works, hopefully in 2021. That being said, even though it is only composite, this is running on a JVC TM model, one of their high-resolution monitors. This looks pretty damn impressive. I really must say, especially for composite. I mean, the colors are nice and vibrant. You know, just everything about this is just nice and crisp. Of course, it would look better with component or RGB, but hey, we're working with what we got right now. So, here's one of the reasons. Here's one of the main reasons, what I mentioned earlier, you know, why, you know, hook this all up to, you know, one set and all this stuff, because I can't do this. That's why. So you notice, like, this set is on its side. Yeah, okay, so for those of you not in the know, guys, alright, so this is one of my other Sony PVMs, one of the HR Trinitrons, and the beauty of a Trinitron is that it's shaped like a cube. All the sides are flat. so you can turn it on its side and it doesn't like kind of teeter off or anything like that. It doesn't look all funky and, you know, want to fall over on you, which would be a real tragedy. So you can pretty much turn them in any direction and they stay perfectly stable. So this is what's called Tate mode, T-A-T-E, which I believe in Japanese means vertical. The Xbox 360 is hooked up to this one, for the record, and you may ask, Jimbo, like, why are you hooking up an Xbox 360 to an old school CRT? Well, again, thank you so much for asking. First of all, it's hooked up via component, so we got a pretty damn sharp picture here. Secondly, there is a lot of games on the Xbox 360 that you can actually run in Tate mode, but on top of that, there's a lot of really cool old school retro games, like the Final Fight Magic Sword collection, you know, etc., like that. Like there's a ton of arcade games on here that lend itself really well to this kind of technology. I just have it, you know, for demonstration purposes, running Raiden Fighters Aces here in Tate mode so that you guys can see it. But it's not too big of a deal to actually pull this set out, and I can just turn it around. It actually just takes me a couple seconds to do that because it's basically a square. So if I want to play like a regular game or whatnot, you know, that's in regular, you know, horizontal mode, you know, what have you, that's not really that difficult to do. But it is really cool to have a setup here where I can play Raiden Fighters Aces, I can play Raiden 4, and a whole bunch of other games, and it looks like the arcade, you know, because it's supposed to be in a vertical monitor, just like my arcade cabinet downstairs. So if you ever have a chance, man, if you get one of these, man, this is the way to play bullet hell shooters, man. Play it in Tate mode. That's the legit way to do it. Okay, so we got another little setup down here. Let me bend down on one knee so you guys can see. We got the other mini Trini, and this one is running OG Xbox, and you can see the Wii right next to it. So this one happens to be on a Switch. I know, guys, I said earlier, I'm not a big fan of Switches. Okay, there's a world of difference between a dual input Switch and like a 12 input Switch, all right? A dual input is fine. It's not gonna eat that much of your signal, but let me go ahead and flip it over here, just for demonstration purposes. There's the Xbox, there's the Wii, and we got SNK Arcade Classics on the Wii. Again, you might be asking, like, why these two? Well, there's a lot of great arcade collections and ports and everything, like the Metal Slug series and stuff on the Xbox. There's also the same thing on the Wii. You know, again, you got the Metal Slug Anthology, we got SNK Arcade Classics in there. There's a whole bunch of compilations that I think lend itself really well to this kind of setup. Again, you got Metal Slug on there, just all kinds of great stuff. Plus, you can run two versions of Metal Slug side by side and toggle back and forth and see which one looks better. In my opinion, it looks better on the Xbox, guys, you know, for Metal Slug 3 at least. Just my 2 cents, but that's really cool. Moving right along here, okay, we got another dual setup, but this one's actually not on a Switch. This is, again, running on a JVC TMA13, so a 13-inch monitor. Looks great. Nothing special. You can see the Dreamcast. We're playing Crazy Taxi right now. It's just composite. I'm waiting on HD Retrovision to finish the component cables for this so I can start rocking that on this thing. But we've also got a PS2 hooked down there. You can see the Dreamcast in the back. There's the PS2. And we got Art of Fighting Anthology on this one right here on the little mini JVC, little 8-incher. But this is really cool because this has a neat thing I can do with it where I can switch it over. So you got both of those there. These are daisy chained together. And I can switch this one over to the Dreamcast. So you can have them, you know, dual screening if you want, like this. Both Dreamcast, both PlayStation, or one of each. So you can play either one on either set, which is nice. You might be wondering about these other little mini Trinis and little miniature PBMs here, guys. Basically, just kind of ran out of cables and stuff to get everything hooked up. So I'm going to definitely save that for a later time. Again, I'm going to do a follow-up to this where I show you guys the rest of the stuff getting hooked up. We'll probably have these on a loop connected to some of the other sets or something like that, but it's really neat, you know, to kind of have that, like, that kind of a multi-screen setup. It's kind of cool. Okay, moving right along, we have got Bomberman Hero on the Nintendo 64 on this little 9-inch Toshiba DVD. Guys, if you ever have a chance to pick one of these up, I highly recommend it. This is one of the best small screen tubes that I've ever seen. The visual clarity on these things is absolutely on par with the Sony Trinitron. The colors pop, just the resolution, like everything about this thing just looks razor sharp. Plus you got a little miniature DVD player in there, which is always nice. Got Mega Man keeping guard of things there. And then we got another one, same model, little miniature Toshiba, running the GameCube. Again, you can see them both right down there, then 64 in the GameCube, little Nintendo corner. running the Ocarina of Time dual disc with the original quest and the master quest. Again, razor sharp freaking picture, just until I can get some component cables for this thing so we can really send it through the roof. But for now, this setup definitely is doing everything that I want it to do. Let me back up so you can see everything. You don't even want to know what this thing weighs, guys. Quite a bit, let me tell you, especially with all the televisions and monitors and everything on it. But it's pretty cool, let me tell you.
Hello there, it's ConsoleCav from twitch.tv/ConsoleCav. Kind of also on YouTube on ConsoleCav, not really anymore. Right now for this holiday I am playing, allow me to reach and grab it because it's within hand sight, Star Wars Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2 for the GameCube, which is actually a very graphically impressive game for the GameCube, which I highly recommend you all check it out. You can even watch me stream it. But beyond that, a little bit of Valkyria Chronicles 2 on the Vita/PSP. It's a download, whatever. And maybe some Fortnite, because I'm one of those people that really enjoy Fortnite no matter who makes fun of it. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm looking forward to. The PS5 and the Xbox Series, whatever, is on the... It's actually out. I was going to say it's on the horizon. That's not out. I'm just looking forward to experiencing Game Pass, man. If you don't know what Game Pass, you should get it. But other than that, I'm also looking to playing Spider-Man Miles Morales and Cyberpunk when it's actually fixed. One day. Merry Christmas.
So next up, I just wanted to cover this as it's kind of expanded since the last time you guys saw it. I guess we'll call this my poster wall, which you may have seen in the rear of some of my videos. In the rear. Like in the back of the room when we're doing Retro Game Hall and stuff. Got the RGL sign up there. Added a few posters here. Contra 4, Super C, Star Fox, Metroid 2. It's kind of a growing list there. We got these sweet posters on the door here. These are new additions. The Nintendo Power 50 poster, which is the first 50 issues, and the Nintendo Power 100 poster. This over here, like the first 50 is actually on the other side of this one, but I just thought it'd be cool to show the other 50. So between these two posters, you've got the first 100 issues of Nintendo Power. All right there, all the covers and everything. Got my Super System sign up there. Mario and Boo. We got some Hot Wheels over here, the Nintendo collection, which are really neat. I like those. Then we got my cute little Wii stand, which, if you look at it from the side, it's shaped like a Wii. So, I mean, what else would you put on that other than, you know, part of your Wii collection? I got my fancy Wiimotes over here. We got the Zelda, the golden one, the Triforce one. We got Mario, Luigi, the blue one, the limited edition. We got, get that light out of the way. Got some Star Fox. You got some Wii U right there. Some selections from the Wii. All kinds of good stuff over there. It's a neat little stand. Cost me $10 at a yard sale. Guess you can't beat that, right? Okay, so moving right along, we got the first of my three little Nintendo AV carts. I love these little things. This is what I call the fat guy, because it's the biggest of the bunch. We'll get to those in a minute, but the other two are over there. And we have Metroid Fusion, playing in beautiful picture quality, actually, on this 20-inch Sony Trinitron. You might be wondering, Jimbo, how are you doing that kind of magic? I don't see a GameCube or anything like that, and you're right. There's no subterfuge here, guys. There's no hidden GameCube hooked up to this thing. I happen to have a, apparently kind of rare, they don't sell this anymore, little artifact, if I can get the camera over there. The Super Retro Advance adapter. You can see the Metroid card sitting in the top. And this lets you play Game Boy Advance games on your television, which is definitely the way I prefer to play it. There is only one drawback. It has external AV cables which plug directly into the adapter, so you're limited to composite. So definitely an advantage if you've got a GameCube and you've got the fancy sexy component cables or something like that running out of it. Yeah, you're going to get a little bit more horsepower out of it. But all things considered, guys, considering this is composite, this looks like $1,000,000, especially on this television. I know I say that a lot, guys, but I mean, this looks a hell of a lot better than it does on a Game Boy Advance screen. You know, if you've got a nice, high-quality Sony Trinitron like this, man, it really makes these retro games pop really, really good. You know, this is definitely the way I prefer to play these kinds of games. Moving right along, we've got my little, I'm not a big Amiibo collector, guys, but I just thought this little setup here, because it looks like the end of a Mario level, was kind of neat. And I thought it would make a really good topper to the Trinitron here. So I just went in and stuck it on top. Got 8-bit Mario there, a mushroom, turtle shell, extra life. And the princess, she's waiting for him at the top. Go get her, Mario. Rescue her, dude. Okay, moving right along. I guess we can call this the mobile gaming display. Again, this is a new addition to the Retro Game Lounge, but I just kind of wanted to put all my mobile gaming stuff in one place, and I pretty much just repurposed this thing that I had in the room here that this effectively replaced. So I just thought, hey, this would be, kind of perfect to show all this stuff off. So we'll get into some details here. We got my Nintendo trophies. This and this I've actually had since childhood. I got this at a thrift store for $1. It's one of the Zelda ones, which is actually kind of unusual. And that I think my mom got for me at Sears. It was probably like $2 or $3 during the Nintendo craze, when Nintendo was absolutely everywhere. When it was like a phenomenon, man. You couldn't go anywhere without running into some type of Nintendo memorabilia, paraphernalia, whatever you want to call it. It was just, it was like Beatlemania. It really was. Like, it was absolutely ubiquitous back then. But as you can see, I've been collecting some of these here and there. Some of them complete, some of them not, but they're really cool looking, man. I like looking at them. They're called trophies. And they just kind of make really nice decor for your game room, so I've been trying to get as many of these as I can. And moving right along, we got our selection of handhelds. We got good old Mario. He's holding my Triforce Edition 3DS XL, even though he should be holding the red DS Lite with the Mario Edition, but that's okay. This is the only DS I have, guys, so I figured that would hold as a stand-in. We got the Frosty translucent Game Boy Advance, my original Game Boy Color. The Game Boy Advance SP. My sister's actually original Game Boy, which she donated to the Retro Game Lounge, and guys, it still works. It needs a little bit of love, like the screen, protector basically is starting to come off, so it actually needs a little bit of help. But I'm probably just going to use that as an excuse to upgrade the screen in it to a higher quality one, since that's a very popular mod these days, and it doesn't cost that much money. Then in the back there, we got the brand new Game & Watch, which is super cool, man. That's such a neat little thing that Nintendo did. You got 2 Mario games and a cheesy ball game on the go, which is kind of neat. So, one of the ones I'm definitely the most proud of, and definitely the odd duck here, guys. He's kind of behind enemy lines. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Turbo Express in all his glory, because he doesn't see, you might be wondering, it's like, Jimbo, you got the Game Boy games over there, where's the Turbo Express games? Well, they're right over there on the Turbo shelf there, because he plays original TurboGrafx games. That's why he's the man. But I had this stand actually custom made. This was 3D printed. I'll give you a link to the seller's account there on eBay who does these. So if you're interested in one, he can do different colors and everything like that. I picked black with the orange, since Turbo, that's orange is their color, orange and black. And I thought that would look really neat, and a really kind of a neat way to display my Turbo Express. Moving right along, we got the selection of Game Boy games here. Some of you have seen this display before, and you've asked me where I got it. Guys, believe it or not, I'm not making this up. This stand is made for lip gloss and like nail polish and stuff. Like it's basically made as like a counter display for makeup, essentially. And I just thought, it comes in different tiers. This is the 6th tier? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actually. The 7 tier, where you can get it in different tiers and things depending on how many Game Boy games you have. And I just thought, that's like a perfect way to display Game Boy games, because it's clear, you can see through it and everything, nothing's obstructed, and it's just kind of a neat little way. The shelves are the perfect size to show these little games off. You can see as I'm kind of running out of room, I got some of the games double stacked here, but that's okay. That's okay, we just need to get another one. So as you can see on the shelves below, let me get this out of the way. Now there's my Sega Genesis CD Model 2 down there. It's become kind of a catch-all just for some of the collectibles and things. We got the Colonial Marines back there. We got some of my Fallout collection, the Zelda treasure chest, full of the strategy books. I love collecting Fallout things. My Pip-Boy's in there. The Master Chief helmet. Splatterhouse statue. There's the Sega Saturn, guys. He's kind of the misfit just hanging out back there. Got my little drawer with extra cables and things, which is always nice. Back up so you guys can see it. It's kind of a neat little situation here.
Hey guys, Chris here from the DC Redaya channel, and I'm here to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I was also asked, what am I playing this holiday season? And the answer is always the same. is Diddy Kong Racing on the N64. It's kind of a tradition of mine. I had it forever, since I was a little kid, and around Christmas time is when I got it. And yeah, it's fantastic, and especially in a Winter Wonderland, there's a lot of levels like Frosty Village that I absolutely love, and reminds me a lot of my backyard. So I'm gonna be playing that, and hopefully getting Yakuza Like a Dragon. That would be awesome. So yeah, those are the games I'm gonna be playing this holiday season. So see you guys.
Okay, so moving right along, let's go over to this side of the room. As I mentioned before, I have all three of the little Nintendo AV carts. These are kind of the little bros to the big fat boy over here. Definitely not made to hold a big Trinitron, but they will hold, guys, I've mentioned this before, a little Toshiba like this, little 9-inch with the DVD, fits perfectly on these things, and you can put the Nintendo on top of it, which is always fun. We got my Super NES Classic in there. S-video cable for the Super Nintendo, which just got here. We got my game collector or game players tapes. I have a complete collection. Got some N64 stuff, you know, all the Nintendo Power stuff, all that stuff's in there. And of course, we got the big bad voodoo daddy here, my original Nintendo retail cabinet. Excuse me, which I got a lot of questions where I got it, guys. This was a Craigslist find years and years ago. It cost me, I think it was $150 or something, from a lady who actually had two of them, if you can believe that, and she was keeping one for herself. And I took the other one, and I was just like, yeah, I took one look at it, I'm like, yeah, this is the accessory cabinet. Like, that's the way that this is going down. Let me move some of these lights over here so we get a little bit less glare. There we go. So basically it's just become kind of the accessory kind of trophy pile. A Virtual Boy, and we got the GameCube, Battletoads, we got Mario Lunchbox, the Wii Mini back there. I don't know if you can see through there, the red Wii is back there. We got the blue collector's Wii. We got my original Simon's Quest Tiger LCD, which I just came back into possession of recently. Found it in an attic. Unboxed from my Link Between Worlds Triforce. The U-Force, Power Set, Super Scope, Wind Waker, Wii U, all that good stuff. Let's get into the cabinet. So what do we got there? We got some Super Nintendo accessories. We got the multi-tap. We got the Game Boy. We got all kinds of stuff. Super Mario comic books, the laser scope, the zoomer. You can see the Game & Watch boxes over there. All kinds of Super Nintendo and Nintendo accessories. I love collecting those. The speed board, which is such a crock of shit, but that's okay. The Power Glove, of course. You can't have a cabinet like this and not have the Power Glove. Super Mario cereal. We got some N64 accessories there. We got the gray and the orange, much rarer than the gray zapper. The satellite, the 4 scores back there, the zippers. We got the wireless controllers, the Nintendo Power binder, the Advantage, Game Boy camera, all kinds of good stuff. I love this little cabinet, it's really neat. Okay, moving right along. This was in a different place last time you saw it, guys. Let me get some light over here so that you guys can see it better. If I can stop knocking lights over, that would help. There we go. Okay, so we got the little, I guess you can call it just the Bomberman Shrine. This was a kiosk display at a GameStop, which I repurposed. Let me get that backpack out of the way so you guys can see. Into my little Bomberman collection. So these are the only games that I don't have on the shelves with the rest of their respective console collections. I isolated the Bomberman games so that they're all together. Got GameCube, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Genesis, TurboGrafx, Nintendo 64, NES, PlayStation, Dreamcast, Xbox 360. It is literally on every single system that I own and collect for. Every single one, with the exception of one. Original Xbox is the only one that does not have a Bomberman game. Everything up to and including Xbox One from the NES forward that I own has at least one Bomberman game. So that's pretty cool. Got the party pack back there. Got the issue, no you can't see it, but the issue of Nintendo Power, the only one where he was on the cover. The Bomberman multi-tap from Japan. Why did they get the cooler one, dude? We were stuck with the boring rectangular one. This is so cool that you hook your controllers into that and it's shaped like his head. Bomberman Game Boy games, little collectibles, little DS styluses. We got my epic Bomberman pillow that Crazy Cow from Dirtflix gave me. That's awesome. He had it made for me. That's so cool. It's one of the best gifts I've ever received. Little Bomberman stuffed bomb, which was a little store collectible to show off. I think it was Saturn Bomberman. Okay, moving right along, we got the Sega Tower of Power, baby. All kinds of accessories and system boxes. We got a new and sealed Dreamcast fishing controller up there. We got a new and sealed Virtua Stick. We got Nights into Dreams. We got a Saturn. We got a Genesis. All three of them actually. We got all three generations here. We got the first gen, second gen, third gen, 32X. Got some cool VHS tapes over there. We got the Lethal Enforcers Sega CD box, the Dreamcast. We got pretty much all your bases covered on that. And we got the complete Sega CD 32X collection. All 5 or whatever. Yeah, I think it's 5. Yeah, 5 games. The only complete system collection I have. So it was the easiest one to complete. We have my very humble collection of Sega CD games. A lot of full motion video stuff in there. I absolutely love those games. Lots of Sega Genesis. We got some loose cards. We got some Dreamcast. All kinds of Genesis accessories. We got the Genesis Mega Mouse. That's an unusual one. Multi-tap, the control pad, the power plug, cleaning kits. I love those. You guys know that. Got some Sega Saturn games down there. We got the Virtua Cop with light gun boxed. Got another Virtua Stick down there. Okay, so this is going to be kind of tough to see. I'm going to see if I can pull a light over here so that you guys can see it. There we go. So basically stuffed in the corner, this is where having a monopod, you know, which I'm holding in my hands to hold the camera, really comes in handy. We have the Nintendo Wii collection and GameCube, some GameCube stuff back there. Got the trophy stuff on top, of course. Super Smash Brothers, Captain Toad, 25th anniversary of Super Mario All-Stars. We got the GameCube Chainsaw controller. Got Mario Party, collection of Game Boy games. Let's see, I'm trying to angle this as best I can, guys. More GameCube, some Wii games. All kinds of good stuff. I love collecting the Wii anthology type of games. Those are really fun to collect. I know it's kind of cramped in here, guys. Sorry about that. But I have a really small Wii collection, guys. I'd really just go after the ones that I want. That's kind of stuffed in the corner back there until we find a better spot for it. Okay, so we move over to the NES collection, one of my favorite parts of the room. We got a couple of new additions this year. We got the sports set, complete in box. We got the challenge set, the control deck, and the action set. I had the action set when I was a kid. I didn't have the orange gun though. I had the gray sapper. We got the NES controller, the Super Nintendo Classic Edition, the NES Classic Edition boxed. We got an Aladdin deck enhancer sealed. The NECA Contra figures, of course, you gotta have that. The Edge gamepad, because you gotta have some turbo shit going on. And then we have the NES card collection. I'm one of the misfits, I guess, where I organize my games by publisher. Again, System Psycho, my buddy Miguel is the only other guy I know that does that, but I just like things looking uniform. I mean, doesn't it look nice? All the black box games together. I mean, anybody can alphabetize it, but then these all are going to be out of order, man. I'd rather have all the, you know, the OG Nintendo stuff together, which I think is kind of neat. Got some SNK games there. Got some Data East, Capcom. All the best stuff right there. Tecmo. Jalico, one of my favorites. The infamous LJN. Konami, of course. Look at those beautiful silver labels, how they all go together. Got some more Konami. We got Ultra, which again is basically just Konami. Tengen. We got a couple Tengen Grey carts. All kinds of great stuff over here. We got some of the misfits like Milton Bradley. They only made like a couple of games. Lolo 2, Lolo 3. Hudson Soft, of course, one of my favorites. All kinds of great stuff there. Low G-Man, I remember owning that one when I was a kid. That was always neat. We got some boxes at the bottom there. Just kind of the overflow of the stuff that's not going to fit on the next cabinet, which we'll go ahead and get to now. Let me back up so you guys can see it. So we got my Nintendo 64 and GameCube original signs. Really glad I got these when I did, because Jesus, if they skyrocketed in price. Whew. Okay, we got a Super Game Boy on top. We got a boxed Arkanoid with the Valve controller, Letho Enforcers, Justifier complete, Mario Paint complete, Super Set complete, Nintendo 64 complete, all kinds of complete awesomeness over here. Then we get into the light stops glaring on you. We got my boxed collection of black box titles. And again, same as the cartridges, they're organized by publishers. See, look at all those sexy Konami boxes. Why would you break those up, dude? That looks so much better the way it is right here. They're all uniform and stuff. I think that looks just way better. The Pink Kid Nicky box, one of my favorite ones. Chainsaw Bob Mall Brawl. Chiller, my rarest NES game, that is complete. Got some more Konami, we got some Jalico, Tecmo, Vic Tokai, Acclaim, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, oh yeah. Hudson Soft, my favorite of all the NES publishers. Sunsoft, those are always great. We got some Double Dragon over there, Friday the 13th. Got the golden 64 controller, extra little orange one. Some more boxes. We got some DS games down there. We got some Game Boy and Game Boy Advance boxed games. We got the N64 collection. I'm working on getting a label set for those so we can actually see them, but they're all stuffed in there. I don't have too many. Let's see, moving on to the Super Nintendo Tower of Power. Let's see, we got the Junior. We have, which one is this called? I guess you could say it's like the action set. I guess is what you can call that. Yeah, because it has like two controllers. Because this one's the control set, which only has one. So it's kind of like, you know, the control deck over there, except that has two controllers. But it's like the more simplified version of this, because this doesn't come with a game. If I can stop dropping stuff. And we got Mario. Hey, why isn't Mario turned on? What are you doing over here, dude? Oh, because Mario doesn't have batteries, that's why. That's okay, he's still keeping an eye on things. Okay, so moving right along, we got my collection of SNES boxes. School Patrol, which is just the box in the manual, that is to be continued. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Got Raiden, we got all kinds of good stuff over here. Saturday Night Slam Masters. RoboCop vs. Terminator. Final Fight. Star Fox. Yeah, man, we got some good stuff. Then we got my very small collection of N64 games. With some cleaning kits and stuff down there and an extra controller. That's always nice. So, next up we got my collection of Super NES cartridges. Got the Nintendo original stuff on the top there. And we got some of the hack and slash. One of the fighting games, like tournament fighters, things like that. Killer Instinct on the end there. Biker Mice from Mars. We got Bomberman, Super Adventure Island, Castlevania 4, Super Chase HQ, Outlander, one of my favorites. I think that's a hidden gem in my opinion. Got some beat 'em ups. Again, plenty of good beat 'em ups on the Super Nintendo. It's definitely a treasure trove of them. And then one of my favorites, shoot 'em ups. That's always good. UN Squadron, that's a really good one. Raiden Trad, Super R-Type, Earth Defense Force, Phalanx, Thunder Spirit, Supernova, Darius Twin, Warp Speed, Hyperdrive, Super Smash TV, Total Carnage, Operation Logic Bomb, that's a hidden gem in my opinion. Carrier Aces on the end, and RoboCop vs. the Terminator. So what we got here. Super Star Wars. All kinds of shooters and things. Hammerlock Wrestling, Ease. And we got kind of the catch-all at the bottom here, kind of the ones that didn't really fit into a particular category, sports games and things like that. Eek the Cat, Paperboy 2, T2 Judgment Day. It's getting there, guys. It's kind of coming along.
Hey Jimbo, and all the RGL family, this is MP2 Sweet. Same name for the YouTube channel. And again, I'm gonna wish all you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. The games I'm playing this holiday season, The Order 1886 and Conan Exiles. The games I'm looking forward to this upcoming year is gotta be Diablo 4. And I just want to wish Jimbo and all the RGL family subscribers a very happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas. I'm proud subscriber, supporter of Jimbo, and one of the best guys on YouTube. Happy holidays, Jimbo.
This tends to be what it looks like when you film YouTube videos, guys. If you put a little effort into it, you've got things like studio lights to kind of light your proverbial set, like my retro couch there. Doesn't that look nice? A little gift from my nephews right there, the blue turtle shell. And this is also what it looks like when you tend to do this stuff. You're doing live streams, you've got a damn mess of cables right there with adapters and converters and things like that. But that's okay, we won't focus on that. We got my Sony 34-inch Wega, the beast. 1080i, 720p, 480p, this thing will do it all. Games look awesome on this thing. Got the X-Bone over there. We got a VHS player, we have a Laserdisc player. My stereo receiver, just DVD recorder. These are just little tricks I use for live streaming so that we can get the proper inputs and outputs we need. This is what I'm looking at when I'm live streaming, my 60-inch Vizio, which is basically just my computer monitor. We've got a Konami Multi-K kind of tucked in the corner there, really not doing anything, just basically because I have nowhere else to put it, which is fine. Then we got the PS and PS2 and Xbox, I guess, Tower of Power. Got the GunCon from Time Crisis. We got a Sony PlayStation Classic. Got the King of Fighters Limited Edition boxed joystick. Got a PS2, PS1, actual PS1, mini one right there. Boxed, PlayStation Mini boxed. We got my PS2 and PS1 signs. Again, really glad I got these when I did, but so they're not getting easier to find. Then we got the PlayStation collection here, the OG. Not really too many PlayStation games, guys. I'm not a huge PlayStation collector. I just kind of go after the ones I really enjoy playing. But what I do love collecting are these beautiful PlayStation 1 long boxes. I absolutely love those. Even on the shitty games, man, it's kind of like having a vinyl album. And you've got artwork and stuff. It's just kind of neat having those. Then we got the PS2 collection here. As you can see, I'm a huge fan of SNK. King of Fighters. Lots of King of Fighters. Fatal Fury Battle Archives, World Heroes, Battle Coliseum. Yeah, you can tell I definitely like those. Hunt of the Reckoning Wayward, kind of the misfit Hunt of the Reckoning game. I like me some Capcom. Raiden 3, absolute must-have. R-Type Final, Gradius 3 and 4. Again, Gradius 5, absolute must-haves if you like shoot-'em-ups. And I just kind of go after the games I really like playing. All kinds of neat stuff over here. Right on to the Xbox, OG Xbox. I love playing for that. We got Call of Cthulhu over there, original owner from when it came out. The two Buffy the Vampire Slayer games, which are a lot of fun. These are actually alphabetized. I don't do these by publisher. That's just for the cartridges, for the NES cartridges specifically. And again, I just kind of go after the ones that I really like on this. Got some King of Fighters over here. The LucasArts Xbox Experience, that's an unusual one. Max Payne 1 and 2, two of my favorite games. Metal Slug 4 and 5. Metal Slug 3 is over there with the Xbox on the video wall. Obscure, that's a great one. Robotech, both of them. Samurai Shodown 5, Shenmue 2. Capcom vs SNK and SNK vs Capcom. You gotta have them both. Spike Out Battle Street. That is a hidden gem. You gotta get that one, guys. Kind of the last beat 'em up from Sega. The Suffering 2. The Thing, that's a good one. The Warriors, that's an excellent game. Got a misfit Real World Golf in there. Down to the Xbox 360 collection, we got the collector's edition of Payday 2 with the mask. You can see all the good stuff that comes with it right there. I love that. Got a boxed Seen It. We got Black Ops 2 there. Again, these are alphabetized. Anarchy Reigns, that's one. I'm just going to name off the titles that stick out to me. Anarchy Reigns is a good one. Again, it's a Sega brawler. Those are always fun. Bomberman Act Zero. Yeah, it's the only one that's not on the Bomberman Shrine because we don't really like to talk about that. Catherine, Castlevania Lords of Shadow, The Darkness 1 and 2. Those are excellent games. I recommend you play them if you have not. All the Dead Rising games that came out for the 360, Duke Nukem Forever. I am a fan. I don't care what anyone says. Fight me. It's a good game. Ghostbusters, the Halo Collection, King of Fighters 12, that's a good one. King of Fighters 13, in my opinion, that is the best King of Fighters game ever made. It looks amazing. The Orange Box, still one of the best deals ever. Automedia's excellent. Really good shooter. Saw 1 and 2, those are both really good. I recommend you play them if you're a fan of the movie series. Splatterhouse, again, Too Human. That's kind of a weird collectible because those were all supposed to be destroyed. The Xbox Live Arcade discs, Xbox Live Unplugged. Those are going to become collectible one day, guys. Mark my words. And Watchmen Parts 1 and 2. Again, that's going to become collectible because it was a Xbox Live Arcade game. Let me back up so you can see it again. Okay. Alright, moving right along, we got my little Nintendo toy chest. That's actually where I keep my pickups until it's time to do Retro Game Haul. Just kind of keep them isolated in there. Got a little TV playing some Captain N the Game Master. The Zelda crossover they did. You gotta love that. Quest for the Potion of Power. We have the complete Turbo Play Turbo Force Duo World Collection. 100% complete. Every issue, all right here, ladies and gentlemen. Very proud accomplishment for me. That's definitely something I'd set out to do. Move this TV over just a bit so we can get back here. We got TurboGrafx Secrets, the Encyclopedia, we got the Lords of Thunder tape. We have some boxed TurboGrafx games. We will get into the Turbo collection here shortly. These are all sealed, I believe. Alien Crush, we got a Turbo Duo manual back there, all kinds of paraphernalia and stuff. Got the TurboGrafx sign up top there. Kind of a neat little reference section over there. Which then leads us to one of my favorite parts of the room. The Turbo Tower of Power. Not forgetting the lounge sign over there. You gotta have that with the pink bulbs, of course. Yeah, we got all kinds of good stuff on this wall, man. This is definitely one of my favorite parts of the lounge. We got a Turbo Duo system box there. No Turbo Duo in it yet. Still working on that. I only have one and it's out and we're playing it. The Duo Tap, one of my best pickups ever. Turbo Pad, Turbo Stick, extra Turbo Pads. My original, which one is it? Right there. My box TurboGrafx from when I was a kid, my original one. Got a couple more here, 2 other box TurboGrafx. We got the free Bonk one. And then we got the TurboGrafx Collection, which is getting there, guys. It's definitely slowed down because the games are getting way more expensive. Because the only ones I'm missing are the really, really expensive games. I'll pull a couple of collectibles off the shelf here you may have seen before. Splatterhouse shoelaces, those are always nice. Just little things like that. The JB Harold Murder Club investigation notes. Let's see, the PCE Works test pattern for the Turbo Duo, so you can actually check it out. Make sure your stuff is good to go. And Turbo Express adapter. We got a turbo booster down there. We got the TurboGrafx promotional laser disc. Absolutely love having that thing. That's probably the rarest thing on there, actually. I haven't really seen another one. TurboGrafx CD case down there. My little Turbo Mini case with a boxed TurboGrafx Mini behind it, and of course the extra box I have for my Play system. Almost there, guys. I'm still working on a complete collection. If I remember correctly, I think I've got 18 or 19 games left, so out of the 138 US release games, but hoping to complete it one day.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike from the Retrolectors, and today I would like to thank Jimbo for including me in this yearly RGL special. He poses 2 questions: what games I'm currently playing, and what games I'm looking forward to playing in the new year. So currently I'm playing Collection of Mana. I've actually had to restart this game because it overwrote my save file, and I'm really livid about that. But playing it, I was actually really interested in the story so far, but the fact that it overwrote about 4 hours of gameplay kind of made me lose my mind. And I'm going to go finish Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm really enjoying this game. I just prefer the GTA style of gameplay. The locales and the vistas are amazing to look at, but it's It's a little bit slow paced for my liking. And as for the new year, what games I'm looking forward to in the new year, I'm the type of person that doesn't adopt a new game real fast. I typically wait till a price drop, or I just play some of the games that are in my actual collection. So the new game I'm playing this year in 2021 is Darksiders 2. I played Darksiders 1 this year. I really enjoyed it, the hack and slash style gameplay, and I'm really looking forward to Darksiders 2 and seeing where the story gets me, and hopefully picking up Darksiders 3 in the new year. And also Mass Effect 3. I played again Mass Effect 1 and 2 this year. 2 was my favorite of the collection so far. I haven't played 3 yet, and I'm looking forward to actually cracking that open. I want to thank Jimbo for including me in this Christmas special. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe on Jimbo's video. Back to you, Jimbo.
All right, I'll give you one last look around the room here before we go, because we've got a lot more to cover. Give you a last look at the video wall over here. Sorry about the lights. Kind of neat. Good stuff. Poster wall. Alright, so we'll see if the old magic snap wants to work this year. I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to work, but I guess, you know, we're not really going to know until we try, but we're going to go down to the video store right about now. Okay, whew, it worked. Alright, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the Retro Game Lounge video store, or as I like to call it, just RGL Video. You may notice some updates here, a little bit different from last time, but we'll go ahead and get the little quick tour started here. We have my collection of Full Moon laser discs, which I absolutely love collecting for because they were such a big proponent of the technology. That's always really fun. We have my Run original standee, which was featured in a video store. This was actually unopened when I got it. Kind of an obscure 90s action movie with Patrick Dempsey, kind of neat. We have my little magazine display stand here with some good stuff. We got some Metal Edge, we got some Fangoria, got some Tales from the Crypt comics, got some Freddy stuff, Elvira comics. Show some more stuff on the other side. Yes, we do. Got some old school EC comics, Vault of Horror, Tales from the Crypt, Haunt of Fear, suspense stories. All kinds of good stuff over here. Okay, so let's get on to... Freddy, what are you doing? Oh, look at you, man. He's supposed to be watching the store, and look at him, man. He's freaking slacking off. And yeah, shocker, man. He's playing his freaking video game on the store NES here. Well, what do you got to say for yourself, man? Like, obviously, like, yeah, you think this is such a big deal that we need to advertise your game over here, like you're going to dress this thing up and give this video some clout or something. So yeah, what do you have to say for yourself, buddy?
Stop the prime time, bitch!
Alright, enough out of him. Alright, let's get this tour back rolling here. Alright, so, in a shameless plug, I'm sure this is why he loves being in this section, we have my collection, let me move that out of the way, of 3 Freddy signs. These are original light-up video store signs that were, like, basically, featured in video stores. Some of them I've had to kind of cannibalize together as the overlays didn't match the background, but that's okay. These are original video store light boxes. We got an RCA one and a live one over there. This one's kind of neat, man, because it's got like a light-up front. It makes it look like a VCR. That was a really cool addition. Then we got the Nightmare 4 one, which is the latest edition. And let me scoot my way over here, not to interrupt Freddy's video game playing when he's supposed to be watching the store. That's okay. We have the Nintendo section, as marked by the Nintendo sign, where we got all kinds of Nintendo video rental options. We have all your video rental needs covered here at RGL Video. We got the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Volume 1 and 2. We got the Super Mario Bros. Movie on VHS and on Laserdisc. Donkey Kong Country, Legend of the Crystal Coconut, Mortal Kombat on Laserdisc and VHS, the animated series, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. We do not recommend you rent that, ever, because we watch it based on a dare here. We have The Wizard on DVD and on Laserdisc, Street Fighter 2 movie, unrated of course, Double Dragon on Laserdisc, we have Street Fighter on Laserdisc, we've got Legend of Zelda on DVD, we have Captain N on DVD, we have Legend of Zelda on VHS. Then, of course, we have our selection of NES games available for rent. Just a kind of a nice little eclectic collection here. We got Legend of Zelda, RoboCop, Marble Madness, Narc, Wizard and Warriors, Bionic Commando, Kari Warriors. We got all kinds of great stuff here. Sports titles. If you're a sports fanatic, TNC Surf, Ninja Gaiden. We're not doing refunds on that, guys. We know it's hard, but hey, you rent at your own risk. Ice hockey, Astyanax, that's a great one. Jaws. Another copy of Astyanax. We get our DVD collection over here of mainly television shows and things like that, obscure DVDs. Lord of the Rings collection. We even feature HD DVDs available for rent here, ladies and gentlemen. We even have that format covered. So if you're interested in that, we can help you out. And then we got my Double Dragon standee here, which is an original one from a video store again. Love that stuff, man. I mean, what better section to put it in than the NES section? You know, right here next to the movie. What do we got playing on the monitor here? Oh, how festive. We have Tales from the Crypt, the Robert Zemeckis edition with the Santa Claus episode, which is scary as hell because like Psycho Santa's on the loose. He's trying to get into this lady's house. And then that leads us to my favorite section, the horror section, which is always tons of fun. Got complete Freddy's Nightmares VHS collection, all the Nightmare on Elm Streets you can handle. Friday the 13th, Jeepers Creepers, Halloween, Blair Witch, we got Elvira, Scream collection, these just in, the Sightings collection, Tremors on VHS, we got Tales from the Crypt, you can see that one's missing because it's right there. Complete VHS collection, The Gate 1 and 2, the Monsters series, very short-lived. Then we got some Full Moon tapes back there, Trancers 2, Doll Man, Children of the Corn, Nightmare on Elm Street DVD set, Scream DVD set, Tales from the Crypt complete DVD set, The Tremors complete series, very short-lived, one-season television show. We got all kinds of horror DVDs over here for your rental. Oh man, she's really freaking out over there. Oh, damn, Scary Santa's got her. Yep, losing her mind. All kinds of great horror movie stuff down there. We got Unsolved Mysteries on DVD. We got some Laserdiscs available for rent. Get down there so you can actually see them. I Come in Peace, Spring Break, Fright Night. We got I Come in Peace, of course, on VHS right there. With a little alien. I mean, you gotta have that dude, right? Elvira over here keeping things organized. Okay, so we've got some new releases here on Laserdisc that we thought we would put out that are festive for the holidays. We got A Christmas Story, we got A Christmas Vacation, so if you are a Laserdisc enthusiast, feel free to go ahead and ask the front desk about renting those. Complementing perfectly our Pioneer Laserdisc sign, just in case you want to check that out. Every rental comes in a handy dandy neon pink RGL video bag. What else do we got here? Oh, we got some more new releases. Okay. We've got Ernest Saves Christmas. I mean, again, how appropriate is Christmas time. We got the Sightings TV show, one of my favorite shows on Fox. We got the 3 VHS tapes of that. We got Mask. We got WMAC Masters. We got a Sega thing. And Sega Game Tips from Lunchables, sponsored by Oscar Mayer. Isn't that nice? G.I. Joe, we got Ernest Saves Christmas, again on Laserdisc. If you're a Laserdisc collector, feel free to ask the front desk about that. Moving right on to the comedy section. Got a handful of comedy series and John Hughes stuff, Ghostbusters, you gotta have that. Howard the Duck, Mannequin, absolutely have to have that. Police Academy, Mines of Kilimanjaro, kind of obscure one. We're into the action section over here. Arnold's keeping us company, of course, with his favorite movie, Conan the Destroyer. Got the Stallone First Blood collection. Got some American Ninja going on. We got Perfect Weapon. Fist Fighter. I mean, God, why would you not want to rent that movie with a name like that? I mean, that's just, the guy fights with his fists. He's gonna punch you in the face. Got our beautiful Vivid DVD sign, courtesy of a porn section in a video store. We have Blu-rays, of course, available for rent. So if that is your thing, by all means, go ahead and ask the front desk. Got Rad on Blu-ray, definitely one of the prizes of my collection. We have the Friday the 13th complete Blu-ray box set, just in. Cannot recommend that one enough. It's fantastic. All the Rambos in 4K. Some Ernest going on over there. We got the Police Academy collection. Zombievers, Tremors. We got all kinds of great stuff over here. Regular DVDs. We of course have the Corys section because we are big fans of the Corys movies here at RGL Video on VHS, DVD, and Laserdisc. Got some License to Drive, Dream Machine, Fast Getaway 1 and 2, Prayer of the Roller Boys, Rock and Roll High School, Dream a Little Dream, Dream a Little Dream 2, Blown Away, Meatballs, The 00 Kid. All kinds of great stuff over here. We got your Corey stuff covered. We also feature VHS rewinders if you care to rent one. And we got our other collection of signs over here. I mean, Alan Quartermain in the City of Gold. This one is actually 3D, which is really nice. Actually, some of the Freddy ones are too. Actually, yeah, two out of the three. Part 2 and Part 3 are actually, that kind of looks like a topographical map, so it's kind of sticks out for you. We got Dragon Slayer, available on Paramount Video. We got Firewalker, again it's 3D. Gotta have a Chuck Norris one over here. We got The Rescue. Great Touchstone flick, good for the whole family. Then we on over here to the family section, we got The Goonies, Sandlot, G.I. Joe, Hug-a-Bunch, Ninja Turtles and X Mutation, all the Ninja Turtles VHSs you could possibly want. Transformers, Skateboard Kid, we got G.I. Joe, we got Mad Balls, Muppet Babies. We actually have a very festive selection of Christmas tapes. If you like Christmas and Trains, one of them's featured on the monitor over here. Those are always nice. Monster Squad, He-Man, Care Bears. We got some Beavis and Butthead. We got a selection of teen video. We have Cool as Ice. We have Vanilla Ice's debut movie. Why would you not want to rent that? I mean, it's like that's an incredible movie. We guarantee you will be satisfied with that. We got Captain Power. If you are a wrestling fan, we've got Degeneration X. We got the Best of Raw, volumes 1 through 3. We have Celebrity Deathmatch. Then we have a selection of videotapes from Errol's Video, which was my video store growing up. They were in these big red boxes, and I was able to procure these from a particular seller who was offloading them, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to show the heritage of my area's video store. Go ahead and back up here and give you one more look at the video store. Before we move on, of course it's decorated, very festive for the holidays. Gotta love that. Our little Christmas tree. Again, Freddy's over there just hanging out, playing his game. Yeah. Supposed to be watching the store, but, well, he's an asshole, so he's just goofing off. But it's Christmas. It's okay. Having him work on Christmas Eve, I guess I should feel bad.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Aaron Strange here. Jimbo asked me to crash on this thing for like 30 seconds, which was a big mistake, so I don't know what you're thinking, Jimbo. Anyway, 2020, this year sucked. Video game wise, I finally got an external hard drive for my Xbox One, so I've been like reinstalling a bunch of games on that and like playing a bunch of old stuff, like Duke Nukem Forever, don't judge me. I like that game. Master Chief Collection, of course, because I'm a Halo guy. And I downloaded the Contra Collection, so I've been playing a lot of that. I'm trying to beat Super C again, because I used to be able to beat Super C on NES without dying once. So anyway, happy holidays, get the hell out of my room, and this is my cat. Isn't he cute? Anyway, bye guys.
Okay, so we have a new edition. You guys have never seen this before, at least not on video, but if you follow me on social media, you may have seen this collection before. Guys, I am an avid toy collector of specific toys, obviously, as you can see in front of you. I'm a big Masters of the Universe fan. This is, I guess, what I've dubbed the Mattel cabinet. We got two cabinets over here. We got a G.I. Joe one as well. We'll get to that in just a second. I was actually able to get these two cabinets for free from a sunglass shop, which I thought was really nice, and I thought they would make fantastic display cabinets for my toy collection, for action figures more specifically. So we'll start with Masters of the Universe. I guess we'll start on top. We got an original Snake Mountain with Castle Grayskull. We have the Fright Zone with a neat little 3D printed kind of display piece instead of the puppet. This is actually, you know, that one was made of like vinyl or rubber or whatever, and this is kind of a neat little thing to show off on your display. I got it from this lady in Canada who 3D prints things. Then in the back there, don't mind my cat, she's getting friendly right now. We got Molar versus Skeletor. We have the 2020 Prince Adam Sky Sled. We got a Battle Cat, which you'll see from the front in just a second. Let me swing it over here so you can see it. Yep, there's Box Battle Cat back there. again from the 2020 Walmart exclusive. Oh, we have a merman statue back there. I don't know if you can see it. Gift from my excellent friend Savage Matt. Okay, so we got some vehicles up top here. We got the Attack Track, we got the Road Ripper, we got the Wind Raider, we got the I forget, I'm completely blanking on the name of the blue one. Was it like the, not the Amram, something like that, the what was it, Spydor, I think, or something like yeah, I'm sorry, I'm like completely brain farting on the names over here. Little Praying Mantis, the Strider horse back there, of course Skeletor's minding that little thing, which is kind of neat. Got the Masters of the Universe muscle figures there. Okay, so we got some Masters of the Universe Classics figures. Got Mossman, He-Man. Then we got some of the Super 7 ones back there. We got Gold, He-Man, Prince Adam, He-Man, original He-Man. Not original, but you know, Mattel. That is an original Whiplash back there on card. We got Transforming He-Man. We got the 2020 Walmart He-Man over there. I was able to get all the original first series figures in the Walmart run, you know, between friends and family basically helping me out. I was able to complete all of them, including the Eternia Minis. I was very happy to have that. Alright, then we got some loose figures back here. We got the 2002 He-Man and Skeletor in the back. We got the vinyls over there of He-Man and Trapjaw. We got the second series, or second run, you know, whatever you want to call it, of He-Man and Skeletor over there. Manny Faces. Got one of the Meteor dudes over there. Thunder Punch He-Man. He-Man's of course riding on Battle Cat. Skeletor's on Panther. Merman's, was it Skunkor, I think his name was? Stinkor, excuse me. Triclops, Trapjaw, Beastman, Faker. Yeah, we had all kinds of good stuff over here. We got the commemorative series there in the back. I know you're gonna have trouble seeing them, guys, but without taking this out, it's kind of difficult to do that, but I've got a good portion of them, not all of them. We got 2 Man-at-Arms there. I just happened to wind up with 2 of them. I don't remember how that happened, but we got 2 of them. And we got the Eternia Minis. Okay, moving right along. We got the G.I. Joe collection. Let me turn the light on here so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. We got the new Cobra Hiss up top, which is new for 2020. A new Snake Eyes. We got a Checkpoint Alpha. Some vehicles and things, some loose figures, some cards. I really like this display here, guys. As you can see, we got Cobra Commander in the back, and he's kind of commanding his troops. We got Destro and Serpentor on there with him. I'm really proud of this display. That's really neat. He's talking from a little podium. It's kind of sweet. Okay, and the next shelf here, we got some figures with cards. Just kind of some of my favorites over here. I'm trying to get this to show up on camera as best I can, guys. We got, of course, the Sarge, the mail away figure. We got Barbecue, Wild Bill, Torpedo, Blowtorch, or Flame, yeah, Blowtorch, Lifeline. We got Dusty and Sandstorm. We got an original Generation 1 Snake Eyes, Clutch, Rakondo, Roadblock, Alpine, Sci-Fi, second version, Cobra Commander. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to get this shown up on camera as best I can. It's hard to do that without washing it out, but it's definitely back there. We got a little display setup I got here, kind of showing the Joes doing fortifications and things. Tunnel Rat back there with the sniper rifle. Yeah, got Generation 2 Roadblock. All the good guys here kind of hanging out. Dial Tone, Alpine. Or not Alpine, excuse me. What's his name? Blizzard, I think. Psych Out. Man, he's a weird one. And of course we got, not complete yet, but Slaughter's Marauders, at least some of them, right there in the front. Let me back up a little bit and see if the light catches it a little bit. Yeah, I know, I apologize, guys, if this is hard for you to see. It's actually not hard to see at all in person because the cabinet's lit up. I'm not sure why the camera's not picking it up, but we got Slaughter's Renegades back there. Got the gun, we got his tri-track or triple track vehicle. Yeah, there we go. We got some more vehicles down here. We got Mutt. Got some of the new guys. The new series. I think you guys are gonna like this one if you like G.I. Joe. Okay, so we have the Joes. You know, I have the Cobra one up there, the Cobra display of all them doing it, so I thought why not have the Joes kind of rallying themselves, all saying Yo Joe. And I know you may be having trouble seeing it, but there on the stage I actually have the figures organized by rank. So you've got General Hawk there in front, and he's flanked by Duke, who's then flanked by Flint, and then Beachhead, and then the Sarge. So you've got the Joe command there basically all set. Got Snake Eyes over there, Commander Snake Eyes, Lady J is over there. Got all the guys kind of hanging out in the back here, fists in the air, Yo Joe! How can that not get you pumped up, right? We got some more play sets and vehicles down here. We got the jetpack. We got the Ram attack cycle. We've got the little freaking snowmobile there. I love that thing. Got some boats and tanks down here. Got two of the Mobats back there. And those are always nice. I got the Awe Striker with clutch driving it, of course. We have the, I forget the name of this here, guys, but it's basically like the bridge layer. We got Toll Booth. It's like the movable bridge, basically. That actually articulates there in the front. You can lay that down to connect things together. Got some cool stuff in the back. We got an original G.I. Joe carded there in the back. Back up so you can see this. Okay, so we got some more odds and ends over here. Got the 2020 Micro Machines collection, which I was able to get in a single day, which is actually really unusual. Got that from going to 2 different stores. We got my lunchbox collection. Love collecting lunchboxes. Thundercats, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Pac-Man, Madballs. Got both of them. My McDonald's toys collection. We got the McNugget Buddies, the Changeables. Got some Captain Power going on over there. More lunchboxes. Rambo, Killer Tomatoes, Labyrinth. That's one of my rarest ones. Ghostbusters, Transformers, Captain Power. Got some odds and ends action figures down there. Got some Skeleton Warriors going on. It's my original Baron Dark. Got Conan, some McFarlane stuff down there. And then onto the Freddy collection. I'm an avid Nightmare on Elm Street collector. I just love all the Freddy paraphernalia. Got the Matchbox Freddy doll who talks. The two of the NECA figures, the NES version of Freddy and the Freddy from Part 1. We got the 2 Nightmare on Elm Street board games, which are actually kind of fun. The other talking Freddy over there, Freddy Glove, Freddy Animated Bowl, which, see if I can make him work. Nightmare fuel. We got my Tales from the Crypt collection here, at least part of it. The candelabra and him in the electric chair, the radio show that they did. Horror Hound, gotta have that. We got Ash. We got Snake Plissken. We got my Movie Maniacs collection. Leatherface, Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, that's a new addition. We're still waiting on Ghostface, if it ever gets here in the mail. We got some Matchbox cars and things that I found recently from when I was young. We got some more Tales from the Crypt stuff down here. Kind of a collection, hardback, shock suspense stories, weird science, all kinds of great stuff, all kinds of books and things over there. And then we can move on to the other part of the Tales from the Crypt collection. We have my, let me flip the light around here so you can see. There we go. The Tales from the Crypt action figure collection, Tales from the Crypt Keeper, which I have a complete collection of, actually. These are the 2 rarest ones, the googly eyes. Actually, I have 2 of them. Those are not easy or cheap to get these days, but I just got lucky. But I have all the figures from the show, the Mummy, you know, Frankenstein's monster, the zombie, you know, all that good stuff. They're all there. We got my original EC Comics display stand, of course populated with some EC Comics. My talking Crypt Keeper that I need to get working. Got some Friday the 13th comics back there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, we got some Ghostbusters, all kinds of good stuff. And then on to the Garbage Pail Kids collection. I know there's some Garbage Pail Kids collectors who follow the Retro Game Launch Facebook page. Again, my apologies, let me get the light over here so you guys can see. There we go. We got a box of the figures. We got the cereal, the mini cereal, the energy drink, the cereal bars, the chocolate bars. We got all the hot sauces over there. I'm not sure if it's showing up. We got some of the card boxes, all that good stuff. Some of the new chrome ones, the new series that keeps coming out. We have the book that just came out this year from R.L. Stine, the first ever Garbage Pail Kids book. The Blu-ray, the DVD, the Garbage Pail Kids series, an original pin Garbage Pail Kids buttons. That's what we used to call them back then. We call them pin backs now. This was a sealed box. It's actually sitting on the factory box that it was in. So this is a complete box. We got some action figures here. I'm not sure why that's not showing up. Sorry about that. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Got Atom Bomb in his box. Got the Garbage Pail Kid Monopoly game. We have, let me move this aside, this cereal bowl. That's a really neat one. Some puffy stickers. All kinds of keychains and everything. There's one of the posters. The other ones are around here somewhere. Yeah, we've got some more posters and stuff back there. We got my card collection in the binders down there. All kinds of extra loose ends.
Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays, Jimbo. This is Mark the Game Shark here. Right now, I'm currently playing Sonic CD with my daughter, so I plan to finish that up before the new year. And next year, I look forward to playing the Falconeer whenever I get my Xbox Series X next year, whenever that may be. So, back to you, Jimbo.
Okay, so we are downstairs in the arcade level here, and apologies guys, but apparently Kid Nicky doesn't want to turn on today. So apparently Kid Nicky needs some help. But we're in the foyer just outside the arcade. We're checking out Magic Sword and Black Tiger. Looking sharp. We also got our fancy disco ball, which does... Hey! It just changes when it hears noise, which I thought was kind of cool. We got a new addition here. The Lucky Eggs chicken machine, which is fantastic. With those hard to find gold eggs in there, but basically you just put yourself a quarter in, just like so, and he lays you an egg. Awesome, huh? Hey, it makes the kids smile, which is always really nice. But always wanted to have one of these. Okay, so since Kid Nicky doesn't want to cooperate, we will move right along here to the rest of the arcade. And my arcade is open. My arcade's always open, whenever I need it to be. And we will check out the arcade room. Quick pan around the room here. All kinds of great stuff going on down here, guys. Alright, well we'll start over here in the corner. It says Soapworm, but that's bullshit. That's not Soapworm. That's Ninja Gaiden, another Tecmo game, excuse me. I just did a board swap on this. I still do have Soapworm, guys, but just thought putting Ninja Gaiden in there might be a little bit more fun. Cool two-player beat 'em up. A lot of people forget that the arcade was co-op beat 'em up. A neat little stoplight sign. Of course, you gotta have an arcade sign and pink neon LEDs everywhere. We have Kagekai. My buddy Crazy Kai, one of his favorite games in the arcade. A really neat SNK brawler. It's basically just a boxing game, but it's a lot of fun. We have Double Dragon, which is sickly right now. It needs some monitor work, but an original silver Tato cab. That's okay. Again, any arcade collector will tell you, guys, these things, they occasionally have problems. You gotta be ready to deal with them. At the end of the day, they are antiques. We have Double Axle from Tato. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Awesome monster truck racer. The only racing game in the arcade. We have Twin Eagle, which is an absolutely amazing top-down shooter. And I challenge you for the soundtrack to not get stuck in your head. It's awesome. It has like real like CD quality sound and stuff, like singing and shit. It's really neat. We have RoboCop from Data East. Ridiculously hard quarter muncher. So unfair that it's just insane. But a really neat game. We have Desert Assault, again from Data East. A fantastic 4-player game. Guys, this is basically G.I. Joe the game. I know there is a G.I. Joe arcade game, but this is better than that. This is an absolutely awesome 4-player arcade shooter where you just run around and just blow stuff up. It's freaking wonderful. We got POW, that's a fan favorite of a lot of visitors here to the RGL arcade. A lot of people dig that one, kind of a co-op beat 'em up. We got Final Fight. Most people consider that the best beat 'em up ever made. I think it's definitely one of them. I don't know if I would say it's the best, but it's definitely one of the best. It's definitely a fun arcade brawler. We of course have our change machine with our Chuck E. Cheese cups, token cups. Again, the change machine does work. Just pull that little lever and dispenses you some tokens. More of a novelty than anything else, guys. Most of these machines are set to free play. We have Golden Axe 2, The Revenge of Death Adder. 4-player from Sega. One of the best games in the arcade here. Absolutely pristine cabinet, nice crisp clear 25-inch Wells Gardner monitor in that bad boy. Lovely, absolutely lovely. We have a Thunder Fox cab, but again, not Thunder Fox, because the Thunder Fox board just keep like imploding on this thing. So I put Gate of Doom in there instead, which is a fun little kind of dungeon crawler beat 'em up. We have the king of bullet hell shooters, Raiden. One of my favorite arcade games ever. When this came up for sale, I absolutely had to have it. I had to have Raiden, dude. I mean, this was just the whole entire bullet hell like shmup franchise. Like, this is more or less like the godfather of all that stuff. This is the gold standard of that genre. We have my Konami Aliens cabinet. Again, another fan favorite here. A lot of people love playing this one because most people don't even, didn't even know it existed, but I did. I remember seeing it when I was a kid. It was the first arcade game I ever bought. We have the Neo Geo system, now featuring the 161-in-1 multi-cart. Pretty much every Neo Geo game you've ever wanted to play. They're all pretty much here. Bring up Metal Slug. All good here, man. Pretty much every SNK Neo Geo game that you've ever wanted to play, they're pretty much all here. From Playmore. Then we got kind of the belle of the ball, in my opinion, guys. We've got my original Mario Brothers wide body cabinet, which I restored with the help of my excellent arcade buddy Joseph. It's got new artwork on it, new T molding, new control panel overlay, refurbished sticks. Marquee is new. We pretty much shine this bad boy up like a new penny, and a lot of you arcade collectors might be looking at it right now like, wait a minute, that doesn't look like a 19-inch monitor. That's because it's not. It's a 25-inch Wells Gardner monitor, which in my opinion looks better inside this cabinet than a 19-inch monitor. I think the 19 is way too small, and the 25 fills the viewing area perfectly. Like, we didn't really have to modify much, just make a couple of custom brackets for it to hold the monitor in there, but I think it looks perfect. This is the way it should have looked from the factory, if you ask me. So I'll give you one last look around the room here. In the good old RGL arcade. And I hope everyone has enjoyed this annual holiday special and game room tour. I'll definitely keep doing it if you guys keep watching them. Got to give a little hint to the lounge sign, that little extra lounge sign that we got down here. I hope everyone has a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. 2021 will be better, guys. Just hang in there. And I'll see you next year.
Get you, my pretty, and yours of soul too.